Hello friends, welcome to ELS English Literature Studies with Kaur Harpreet. Today I will discuss Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad. In my previous video, I've discussed some psychological novelists, and I realized one thing that I've not touched Joseph Conrad till now. So here I'm going to discuss Joseph Conrad's work, Heart of Darkness, and today I will discuss major themes and major characters. So friends, let's get started with Joseph Conrad. Joseph Conrad, Polish English novelist. And the work I'm going to discuss today is Heart of Darkness, which was published in 1902, and its original language is English. Genres are novel or psychological fiction or adventure fiction, right? Two main characters I'm going to discuss today are Charles Marlowe and Kurtz. Charles Marlowe, who is the narrator who tells a story to his friends about which this novel is written, and Kurtz, he is a colonial agent unmatched in his ability to produce ivory. Right? Ivory means हाथी दांत का जो सामान होता है, हाथी दांत, ivory mean, right? And he is unmatched in his ability to produce like others. While discussing the plot of Heart of Darkness, it is essential to keep in mind that the main part of the story, the journey up the Congo River, as recorded by Charles Marlowe, is placed within an overarching narrative, and Conrad in this novel not only exposes the hollowness and the weakness of the Belgian imperialist rule over the Congo, but also reminds us of the British imperialism in various countries of the world of his time, right? And before starting, let us discuss about the title. It is called as Heart of Darkness because of two reasons. First one is as per dictionary, and second is the hidden meaning. When we talk about its meaning as per dictionary, the title refers to the interior of the Africa called Congo, and when we talk about its hidden meaning, it stands for the darkness or the primitiveness that every person possesses in mind and heart, right? Now, what is the main idea behind this work? What is the main idea? Idea is it comments on imperialism and racism, right? And through this work, Conrad offers parallels between London and Africa as places of darkness. London, which is the we can say the greatest town on earth, and Africa is a place of darkness. And what he discussed here, he discussed difference between civilized people and savages. Civilized is used for British people and savages for African people, right? And second is the theme of the evil of imperialism lies at the center of the novel. Perhaps Conrad's main objective in this novel is to show the imperialistic exploitation of a backward country by a civilized country, right? He wants to show the imperialistic exploitation of a backward country by a civilized country, and Conrad's treatment of this theme was that dark country, which is going to talk about through this novel, right? And Heart of Darkness, we can't say it is just an adventure. Marlowe and Kurtz are doing far more than making a fortune in some faraway locale. They are the instruments of imperialism, a system in which a foreign government takes, we can say it takes control of, it takes political control, military control, and culture control of another country, right? And Heart of Darkness explores the merciless brutality that underlies imperialism's fabulous wealth, its endless adventure, and its inescapable power, right? कि जो imperialist लोग होते हैं वो क्या करते हैं, बैकवर्ड कंट्री को अपने कंट्रोल करते हैं बिकॉज ऑफ द रिसोर्सेज. उन रिसोर्सेज को वो कैप्चर करते हैं, ग्रैब करते हैं, उनको सेल करके वो अपना वहां से फायदा निकाल के अपनी कंट्री की जो इकोनॉमी है उसको अपग्रेड करते हैं, उसको बढ़ाते हैं, राइट? और ये जो हार्ट ऑफ डार्कनेस है, ये वो जो मर्सिलेस ब्रुटैलिटी जो इन सैवेज पीपल के साथ की गई है, और जो ये इंपेरियलिस्टिक लोग वहां की वेल्थ के लिए, वहां के एंडलेस एडवेंचर्स के लिए जो कुछ करते हैं, दैट इज शोन थ्रू दिस नॉवल, राइट? And a glorious example of evil and selfishness we will find in Mr. Kurtz in this novel. He has begun to identify himself with the savages. Instead of improving their way of life, he has himself become a savage in the company, right? The main purpose of Kurtz was to civilize these people. वो वहाँ पे गया था उनको civilize करने के लिए according to the company, to civilize those savage people. But वो क्या करता है, उनकी कंपनी में रह के ही उनके तरह ही savage बन जाता है, बिकॉज उसको लगता है कि इसमें उसका ज्यादा फायदा है. एंड we can say that he himself become a savage. And actually Heart of Darkness portrays in a nutshell the robberies, murder, slave trading, general policy of the cruelty of the Belgian rule in the Congo, right? And today's main topic is about its theme. When we talk about the themes, it has imperialism as its theme, colonization, racial discrimination, violence, brutality. All these are the themes which run parallel to one another. But Joseph Conrad's we can say prominent theme is here imperialism. We can say it is one of the major themes of Heart of Darkness, that is imperialism, right? And the keynote of the theme of imperialism may be traced at the very beginning of Marlowe's narration. Now, imperialism is actually European colonization of countries from Asian and African continents for resources. Imperialism actually क्या है कि European colonization of countries है एशिया और अफ्रीकन कॉन्टिनेंट से. क्यों? सिर्फ रिसोर्सेज के लिए, वहां के रिसोर्सेज को अपने कंट्री में यूज करके अपनी इकोनॉमी को बढ़ाने के लिए. दैट इज नोन एज imperialism. And I think all of you must be aware of what is imperialism, right? And it was hidden in the slogan of spreading civilization. That is the main thing, that it was hidden under the meaning of civilization. और ये वहां पे शो करते हैं कि हम वहां पे civilization के लिए गए हैं, लेकिन but the main purpose was to use their resources. And Marlowe, who is the, we can say, spokesman of the this Conrad, he accepts taking Africans' land from the people is not right. He accepts this thing. And Kurtz, who is in Congo, he pretends to civilize the people and was engaged in the ivory trade, and he was involved in horrific ancient rituals of sacrificing humans to appease the native Africans. कि एक जो Kurtz है वो वहां पे के लोगों को सिविलाइज करने गया था, लेकिन वो उनके साथ ही जो उनके हॉरिफिक एंशिएंट रिचुअल्स थे उनमें शरीक होता था, उनमें शामिल होता था, टू अपीज देम, उनको खुश करने के लिए, उनको शो करने के लिए कि मैं आप ही का आदमी हूं, मैं आपके ही साथ हूं. तभी तो वो तभी तो कर्ट्स उनका फायदा उठा सकेगा, राइट? सो Marlowe, we can say, he describes the ravages of imperialism during this journey to the heart of Africa, right? Second theme is colonization. Colonization means establishing colonies, establishing control over the indigenous people of a country or a place. And this theme also run parallel to other themes. And in one of the situation, Marlowe, who is the spokesman, he clearly states that the conquest of the earth means taking it away from those who have a different complexion, right? This line is from the novel, that taking it away from those who have a different complexion. In other words, he is indicating that the Europeans think they are of higher race, they destroy their land by the colonization and eventually steal Africa's resources. That is why they want to make their colonies in Africa. They actually, in the late 1800s, there was a big push in Europe towards colonization or setting up their outposts in less developed countries. अगर आप history को read करेंगे तो you will get this fact that Europe जो था इसका ज्यादा ध्यान था colonization की तरफ, towards setting up their outposts, और जो भी less developed countries हैं वहां पर अपने outposts, वहां पे अपने station establish करने का. What was the reason behind? To set up rules and laws, but the main purpose is to make money, especially in Africa, right? And colonization में वो क्या करते थे, वो लैंड कैप्चर करना उनका मेन रीजन होता था, वहां पे कॉलोनी स्टैब्लिश करना, राइट? नेक्स्ट इज एक्सप्लॉयटेशन. व्हेन वी टॉकिंग अबाउट इंपीरियलिज्म एंड कॉलोनाइजेशन, एक्सप्लॉयटेशन, आई थिंक इट इज वेरी क्लियर कि वो वहां क्यों जाते थे. उनका मेन पर्पस था एक्सप्लॉयटेशन. दैट इज अगेन अनदर थीम व्हिच रन पैरेलल टू another themes, right? Trading company was sending its agents in the Congo for trading purposes. Ivory was the chief commodity they sought for trading purposes. Later on, we see that Ivory not only dominates the thoughts of Mr. Kurtz, the agent of the Belgian trading company, but also he develops an obsession with him, right? Ivory here symbolizes the white man's greed and commercial mentality. Their chief concern in the Congo is to collect ivory. Although they have professed that they have come to civilize these people, nowhere do we find any mention of any service. No, we don't find any sort of service that is rendered by these people to these savage peoples, to the natives of Congo. This shows their exploitation on the name of development. हमने कहीं पे भी नहीं देखा कि उन्होंने किसी भी तरह की डेवलपमेंट की है. वो डेवलपमेंट के नाम पे एक धोखा दे रहे हैं और उसके लिए उन्होंने मिस्टर कर्ट्स को वहां छोड़ा है, जिससे कि वो उनके साथ मिलके उनके रिसोर्सेज को, उनके का जो मेन रिसोर्स है आइवरी, राइट, वो उसको कलेक्ट कर रहा है और आइवरी के साथ उसकी एक ऑब्सेशन सी हो गई है. Next is alienation and isolation. Again, very important theme to discuss. Alienation and isolation. ठीक है, ये जो है these two issues are mainly understood as a psychological issue of an individual. But Conrad, he has through this novel he has presented alienation and isolation of both psychological as well as social. Kurtz, who is a prime example of this alienation in that he mixes up with the locals and tries to become one of them. His alienation completes with his final outbursts of horrors when he comes to know the results of his action, right? He realizes that he is all alone when he comes to know the results of his action. He says horror, horror at the end. And Marlowe's departure hints to social alienation and isolation which tries to rob him of his humanity. कि उसे ये पता है कि ये जो काम हो रहा है गलत है, even then he has to do this. This shows his isolation that robs him of his humanity. And Marlowe's initial Buddha-like posture, it confirms his alienation and isolation, right? Next is racial discrimination. Then this novel, Heart of Darkness, shows that racial discrimination is dominating in Africa and other parts of the world. Marlowe, he has understood that different complexions and flattened nose means Europeans were permitted to take the possession of the land from that race. Marlowe too called the local savages, including the intendant of Kurtz. She tells him how racial discrimination has led to the white man's action of making ideas of civilizing those savages, but that was only to show that they are civilizing those savages. The word that white man's burden echoes in the end when Kurtz dies, speaking of the horror that he committed against the African people. Next is violence. There are two types of violence. The first one is provoked cruelty. For instance, Kurtz incites the natives to attack the steam carrying Marlowe. And the second one is the violence among the natives and the heads on the sticks around Kurt's house, right? दो तरह की वायलेंस दिखाई गई है, इंटीरियर एंड एक्सटीरियर. एक्सटीरियर मीन्स जब कर्ट्स लोगों को, वहां के सेवेज लोगों को इंसाइट करता है कि जो स्टीम कैरिंग मार्लो को जो कैरी कर रहा है स्टीम, उस पर अटैक करना, और दूसरा जो कि नेटिव्स के और उनके हेड्स के बीच में होती है ऑन द अराउंड कर्ट्स हाउस. Here Kurtz, who claims to change the savages, has become a savage himself. He uses violence to dominate the natives, to rob them and punish them if they interfere in white man's business, right? And Marlowe is also the part of this exploitation, where locals are misled and mesmerized by Kurtz. He has also become the victim of this violence. They are also incited to attack the people not standing in line with the main agent Kurtz, including the attack on the steamer carrying Marlowe, right? और Kurtz अपने तरीके से इस violence को misuse करता है अपने फायदे के लिए. These attacks also cause death to locals more than the targets, and the exploitation of the violence continued even after Kurt's death. Next is moral corruption. Another theme, Kurtz goes to Congo to civilize the locals. However, he becomes a top agent of the company in robbing the locals of the treasure and exporting ivory. He is engaged in we can say he is engaged in this moral corruption. He is engaged in corrupt practices of punishing those who oppose him and becoming their demigod. And the same goes on at the other stations where Marlowe sees many small agents engaged in the same practices, right? यहाँ पे moral corruption भी हो रही है और कर्ट से कि जो उसकी बात को नहीं मानते हैं, जो उसको oppose करते हैं, तो उनको morally corrupt करता है, right? Next is human greed and deception. Marlowe says that he has seen the devil of greed and the devil of hot desire, which refers to the ivory trade at the expense of the native Africans, freedom and life, right? And the European these companies have been competing against each other to extract treasures as soon as possible, using violence, they want killing and showing their brutality to the last extent. About these innocents. इस ह्यूमन ग्रीड, इस डिसेप्शन को फुलफिल करने के लिए ये जो सिविलाइज्ड पीपल हैं, जिनको हम सिविलाइज्ड पीपल कहते हैं, जो यूरोपियन कंपनीज है, वो क्या कर रही हैं, इस अपनी ह्यूमन ग्रीड को सेटिस्फाई करने के लिए वो किसी भी ब्रूटैलिटी के किसी भी एक्सटेंट तक जाने को तैयार है, ताकि वो वहां से जितना ट्रेजर एक्सट्रैक्ट कर सकती हैं उस ज्यादा से ज्यादा कर सकें. एंड द पीसेस ऑफ एविडेंस ऑफ दिस ह्यूमन ग्रीड एंड डिसेप्शन कैन बी सीन क्लियरली व्हेन Kurtz displays heads on the poles around his station, right? To sum up, I would like to say that the Belgian trading company went to the dark continent, the Congo, to civilize the natives there, but ironically they become uncivilized and brutish for material gains. They turned out to be plotters. They turned out to be filled with human greed, right? And the novelist conveys his strong disapproval of these white men to us most effectively. And here in this novel, his purpose is to raise in us the greatest possible contempt for these white men, right? And next I would like to introduce two major characters, Marlowe and Kurtz. Actually, in a work of fiction, a writer uses different characters to evolve a story, and through these characters he tries to convey his idea through their personality, right? Without characters and without the development of the characters, we can't think about a story. The story can't progress without them, right? And the characters in this novel are not only memorable with their weaknesses and follies, but also show us the ravages of imperialism. Joseph Conrad has used irony to depict traits of his different characters. Some of the significant and memorable characters I would like to discuss here are Marlowe and Kurtz. When we talk about Marlowe, this is first character which I'm going to discuss. He is the main character of Heart of Darkness. He is a 32 years old sailor who always lived at sea, right? And with the help of one of his relatives, he joins a company in Brussels to work in Congo. That is the heart of Africa. Marlowe, the protagonist, our hero of this novel, is philosophical, independent, or we can say he is also a master storyteller, as he is able to draw attention of his listeners. And the novel's narrator presents Marlowe, we can say, as a meditating Buddha, because his experience in the Congo have made him introspective and to a certain degree philosophical and wise also. That is why he is called as a meditating Buddha. He is highly skilled at what he does. He repairs and then ably pilots his own ship. He is no mere manual labor, right? Marlowe sees the locals being exploited and sometimes killed. He comments on exploitation done by these Western companies and nations to get extra ivory, to get extra resources to any extent, right? Along with this ivory and any other mineral that is good for the country, and killing the locals for it, right? He sees all this exploitation and he is not in the favor. He knows each and everything कि यहाँ पे ये चीज गलत हो रही है, right? And he calls, that is why he called is as the heart, darkness of the heart instead of the darkness of the African continent, right? Marlowe's chief qualities are his curiosity and skepticism. He never gets easily satisfied with others' seemingly innocent remarks, such as those made by the manager. Right? Friend, my video is going to be very lengthy, so I would like to discuss Marlowe not so much in detail. So I hope you will understand. As a young man, when we talk about Marlowe as a young man, he has also wished to explore the blank places on the map because he longed for adventure. His journey of the Congo proves to be much more than a thrilling episode, right? And instead, his experiences there teach Marlowe us about the heart of darkness. The heart of darkness that is found in all men. As I already told, that he calls it as the darkness of the heart instead of the darkness of the African continent, right? He calls he thinks that this heart of darkness is found in all men, many like himself, right? And he says that many express these evil urges, evil desires, while others come to them. उसके अकॉर्डिंग कि ये जो इवल्स हैं, जैसे अभी हमने पढ़ा है कि डिसेप्शन एंड ह्यूमन ग्रीड एंड ऑल दिस जो इवल अर्जीज है, इवल विशेस है, कुछ तो उसको स्प्रेस कर लेते हैं. मार्लो कहता है कि कुछ तो मेरी तरह स्प्रेस कर लेते हैं, लेकिन कुछ उसको स्प्रेस नहीं कर पाते हैं, जैसे कि कर्ट्स है, राइट? एज द नॉवल प्रोग्रेसेस, Marlowe becomes increasingly sensitive to his surroundings and the darkness that they may embody or hide. When he visits his company's headquarters, for example, he is slightly alarmed by the doctor's comments and puzzled by the two women knitting black wool, right? I hope you remember these things if you have read the novel thoroughly. And when he arrives at the outer station, he is shocked at the amount of waste and disregard for life he sees there. By the end of the novel, Marlowe is almost unable to reintegrate himself into European society. Why is he is unable? Because he thinks he is not able to reintegrate into society, having become convinced of the lies and surface truth that sustain it, right? That is the reason he is not able to mix up with the European society. When he comes back, he tells his story to the men as he wants to share with them what he has learned about the darkness of the human heart. He acts as an intermediator between Kurtz and the company, and Marlowe's position can be seen his eventual illness and recovery. Unlike those who truly confront or at least acknowledge Africa and the darkness within themselves, Marlowe does not die. But unlike the companymen who focus only on money and advancement, Marlowe suffers horribly, right? He is thus contaminated by his experiences and memories. This is about Marlowe. Next is Kurtz. When we talk about Kurtz, he is the chief of the inner station and the object of Marlowe's quest. Although Kurtz is not the central character, still the story revolves around him. As an in charge of the main station in the Congo River, he mixes up with the local tribes and becomes their leader, playing havoc with their lives through rituals. Kurtz is a man of many talents. He's a gifted musician. Sorry. He's a fine painter. He's a man who understands the power of words. He clearly exerts a powerful influence on the people in his life, right? His downfall seems to be the result of his willingness to ignore the hypocritical rules that govern European colonial conduct. That is the reason of his downfall. Although Kurtz goes there under the guise of spreading civilization, he does every trade. Right? This is one character of him, that कि वो वहां पर गया है लोगों को civilize करने के लिए, लेकिन he does every trade. And Marlowe hears very surprising facts about him, that he is half French and half English and he is a genius. Right? Marlowe has seen his paintings and writings. This is again his one of his we can say character, that he is a genius and he loves painting and writings, and Kurtz dies on his boat utter his last words. When he utters his word, the horror, right? It means उसको realize हो जाता है कि जो भी वो काम कर रहा है उसका result क्या होगा, that will be horror. ठीक है, तो end में आके उसको भी ये realization हो जाती है. और like Marlowe, Kurtz also wished to travel to Africa in search of adventure, specifically to complete great acts of humanizing, improving, and also civilizing the savage people. As he tasted the power, he abandoned his ideas, he abandoned his humanity, and set himself up as a god to the natives to Inner Station. But his downfall seems to be the result of his willingness to ignore the hypocritical rules that govern European colonial conduct, right? Next, then we have some other characters like general manager, then chief accountant. General manager, the head of the company's central station in Brussels. His exceptional merits helped him reach his position. The first we can say his characteristic is his ability to cause uneasiness to others due to his power, right? And second trait is his or second ability is to bear African diseases in inner stations. Next is that he is against Kurtz. I'm talking about general manager, that he is talking he is against Kurtz and his influence, and he's conspiring to overthrow him, right? He is also devoid of ambitions. He is a mediocre. He has nothing evil urges. He उसके जो urges हैं, उसकी जो desires हैं, वो एक जगह तक लिमिटेड है. दैट इज ही इज नॉट लाइक कर्ड्स की जो कि उनका नेटिव्स का गॉड बनने को तैयार है, हर चीज करना चाहता है जो उसके रास्ते में ऑब्स्टिकल बनती है. ही इज डिवॉइड ऑफ सच एम्बिशंस, एंड थ्रू मार्लो वी कम टू नो अबाउट दैट ही इज नॉट ओनली कॉवर्ड बट ऑल्सो होलो पर्सन हु कैन नॉट थिंक आउटसाइड द बॉक्स, राइट? Then we have the chief accountant. Again, an important character here. Not only he captures Marlowe's attention but also provides valuable information to Marlowe. In the early part of the novel, he provides the trade secrets and information on Kurtz. He keeps up his appearances despite his involvement in the ivory trade. He keeps deep insight into the company's real business, and his role, we can say, his role is very important as he keeps everything in apple pie order, right? Then we have Kurt's intended. This anonymous woman is referred as Kurt's intended in the novel. She appears in the final pages of the novel. She presents women who dream of building fantasies. She trusts Kurtz, which we can say which makes up her whole life. She only wants to know Kurtz. She only wants to know his Kurt's last words, and Marlowe lies to her as he didn't want to hurt her feelings. वो लास्ट में जो कर्ट्स ने कहा है उसके लास्ट वर्ड सुनना चाहती है, एंड मार्लो उसको झूठ बोलता है कि उसने लास्ट में उसका नाम लिया. अदरवाइज इन द एंड Kurtz says the horror, but वो उसको disappoint नहीं करना चाहता. And that is why Marlowe says that जो Kurtz है उसने लास्ट में उसका नाम लिया, right? The helmsman is the person who steers the boat that carries Marlowe, right? Then we have Marlowe's aunt. She's a loving person, and with the help of her aunt, he secures a good position in the company. Marlowe immediately gets a good position after being considered due to her references, and he later realizes that his aunt is a very influential person, right? The narrator. The narrator is another important character. He is a nominous character, and throughout the novel, he does not reveal his personality anywhere. He does not talk about himself, and he narrates the story of Marlowe. From Marlowe's point of view, it seems that he's a romantic person, and he's impressed by the way Kurtz has made his name, right? So friends, this is all about Heart of Darkness. I hope you will like the content, and if you like it, please hit the like button, share and subscribe my channel, and if you're new to my channel, please hit the bell button so that you can get notifications for my upcoming videos. Thanks a lot for watching.